Welcome back to Journey through Eorzea. We are in the middle of talking to Minfilia because we've been hanging out with the Alamegans, trying to sort that whole thing out. I'm not really 100% sure why we're doing that. I can't recall, but I think we're gonna, because nothing really happened over there, we stopped them from gathering crystals and summoning Rolger, which sounds like it'd be a bad thing. And now we're gonna go off, and I'm assuming we're gonna transition into a deal with Garuda. So, got feedback, just as a tangent, small note from the last episode. Got feedback from my wife saying that she literally can't tell the difference in the video quality and that everything looks absolutely fine, so she doesn't know what I'm worried about. So until I hear differently, I'm just going to roll with what I've got, and we're going to go from there. So without any more ado, let's go. Welcome back, Tiberius. I'm reliably informed the investigation took you to the quarry mill and to Little Alamigo. So tell me, were you able to learn aught of Lahabrea? Planted the knowledge of summoning in impressionable young minds, you say? Precisely the kind of deception Ascians would employ. While many of the ills and ail of the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by the malign will. We must needs delve deeper into this while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no play makes a Minfilia a dull scion. I'm really not sure what voice to use for her at all. Did you say something? Nothing, milady. Mayhap we ought to rest a while before speaking further of the investigation. We didn't even talk about anything really. It was just like, oh yeah, some stuff happened? That's crazy. Alright, let's take a break. While you were tending to the business in Thanalan, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends, the Sylphs. An individual fitting Lahabrea's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. The sighting comes from the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the selfsame area. My instincts tell me that this man is involved, or our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing will pick up Lahabrea's trail once more. Neroxia can furnish you with all the details. Pray speak to her and take it from there. As always, be careful about there, Tiberius. Well, she said it, so... Now, it says that she's there, so I'm assuming we probably don't want to, just jet off for Gridania. I learned my lesson. I'll try to make sure I get any local quests before I run off to where I think I'm going to go. I just noticed it's just like Thancred. He's just sitting there. Tiberius, pray do not concern yourself with my welfare. My current investigation has yielded some curious results, and at present I am pondering how best to proceed. You look like you're sulking. You look like Keanu Reeves sitting on that bench eating a sandwich, man. Alright, and everybody else is in here having a grand old time. Walking One is investigate Sinister One? Then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with the Walking One in Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a Digging One named Medrod had an encounter with a scary Masked One. This Masked One is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with the Digging One, Metrod. Digging One is found at Falgord Float in the North Shroud. Well, you gotta tell me more than that. Unfortunately, we also have more Win-Adder Aetheryte tickets, so we're gonna go right there. I will not take advantage of these. It just saves so much money and effort. Just, yep, hop, skip, and a jump, we're there. Pardon the pauses, I'm taking a drink of my cola. As you can see, it is 11:11, and I'm an old man, so I need that caffeine boost to keep me going. Alright, oh, well, we can fall on the floor, so we can just... Man, should I play this up? I don't know if I should play it up. You know what, I think... Well, I won't really play it up. We will go for a Choco Porter. I know it's dumb, I have so much fun doing that. I don't know. Falgord Float, 1 minute, alright. North Shroud is where I actually ran into... I know I mentioned in one of the past episodes that I ran into the Odin Fate. And, it's like... So I'm always, here looking... Oh, there's a mark here. Huh, interesting. But yeah. No, this is where I ran into the Odin Fate that one time. I was just walking through minding my own business, and I was like, what's that? And there was like a bunch of people just starting to gather, and it was just more people and more people and more people. I was like, whoa, what? And then, you know, for too long, that guy is just absolutely schooling that bane light. But yeah, that's how it happened. Also, I thought I would be funny, so I had a few friends re-log into the game when we transferred servers. And when they did that, they helped us establish our free company on Dynamis because we were doing that. I asked my wife asked me, she goes, well, how long has it been since you played? Or since they played? And I said, well, my friend, you know, he played about 20 days ago. The rest of them, as you can see, have been 750 days or so. So they helped us make the free company, and then they never played again. And that was, you know, and it was God knows how long between then and when they last played. So my wife goes, oh, okay, it has been a while. And I was like, these are all people you know. They're all people I know in real life. I don't have any in-game friends except for the one. So, but please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I look death in the face. 'Tis only a matter of time before he comes to me for me, just like he came for that poor woman. Medrad is clearly traumatized. Perhaps you're able to soothe him. He might remain calm long enough to hold a conversation. Alright. I do like they add, I don't think it's always like this, but you can add just like, it's just like over there, and you can just push it. And then I don't have to like go through and type it if I don't want to. I wonder if they added that when they started like really doubling down on console development. Sorry. You're right, it's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true, but it hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I believe I even recount what I saw last without losing it. It was just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow, a winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. To see the corpse of a woman. One glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. Oh, we must be getting ready to go into, like, Hake Manor. In that instance, I knew right away that masked man was minion of Fall, come to claim her soul for his realm. What? You're investigating the same masked man? If that's the case, we'll help you whatever way we can. Aye, anything to ensure that we won't have to suffer Madrod's hysteria ever again. It's a little cold, but alright. Alright, everyone. Alright, teamwork. That's what I wanted to. Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping in this adventure. It's the least I can do to repay him for comforting me. There you go. He's got the same cool beard I have, so I trust this man. So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin known as the Z's could inflict such wounds. That is why some folk are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer is that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures, and then see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths. So the reason I chuckle when I heard that they wanted me to put down 3 of them is I was like just happened to be seeing shorts today, and one of the shorts was talking about how, check my map, make sure I'm going the right way. Looks like we want to go. Oh yeah, it's in the middle of that fate. Okay, that's cool. And it was talking about this person was like, they were doing 7.4. I think it was Zeppela or whatever. If anyone actually pays attention to that sort of stuff. And she was out there, and they told her to talk to 3 people, and she got like PTSD from all the times that she was hanging out with Wuklamat. And I just chuckled to myself. You know, it's like, oh, they're up a high. Okay, we'll go around. But so when it said just kill 3, I was like 3. And so it in the video I was watching, it showed this image of Yoshi P, and it's just like 0 out of 3 in front of him. And like, granted, not the funniest joke ever, but fun for me. I was like, golden fragment. I was like, oh, the fate. Okay, you're not debating me, sir. They won't fight me. I'm too strong. All right, we got what we need. We can get out of here. It's a guy, is that Dragoon? It's like a Dragoon on top of a Chocobo. Is it? It's a level 50 Dragoon on a Chocobo, Davik Voss. He's a dragon man, dragon Chocobo with glasses. He thinks he's cool, he's got the Trigon. You know, at some point, fun fact, I do not have eyewear unlocked. I've never done it. I don't even know where it is to do that. At some point I probably ought to do that. Maybe I'll do that when I want some downtime between recording and regaling the great tales of Eorzea. I thought this person's name was some child. I was like, what a name. But I just dyslexia a little bit. You've already seen to the Z's? Good work, adventurer. So were you able to find aught to suggest the creatures are our culprits? Nothing? Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it would look like anyway. I believe we can safely strike Z's from our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. Yeah, it's clearly one of those eyeball things. If I wanted to be sassy, I have the mouth that's the flying eyeball, and I'm just imagining a dimension where I'm like, oh yeah, just do that. There's something else I heard about the deaths. It seems all the victims have been completely comely maidens. I'd better watch myself, Unseemly japes aside, seems there's a rumor going around. There's some as whisper after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fish fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. So what's this guy want? What do you gotta say? I must not have a new game plus quest curling thing. Okay. Sorry, she was just like, I don't know. When she was telling the quest, I was just like, what are we doing right now? Like, I don't understand. Like, she's saying stuff in a weird way. But I'm probably also just loosely dyslexic. As you can tell, I can't even speak. So with that in mind, it's like, alright, cool. I'll deal with the pain of not being able to speak. I also know, if I could get down here like 4 p.m., I probably wouldn't have this problem, but, you know, such is life. You know? Speaking of which, you know, story time of the time. I got accepted at a new job today, so that might affect my uploading schedule of just doing it whenever I have free time, so... But somehow I doubt it at this current time, so... But, hip hip hooray for me, and then we'll work from there. Where am I going, exactly? Oh, I'm going down? Alright, we gotta go down. I'm sure I'm fine. Only 166,000 damage. Oh wait, is this the thing? Oh, okay, I gotta do the thing, okay. Meanwhile, Mjolnir breaking his legs too. I can't remember how to do this. Okay, right bumper and the left stick. I always think it's the left bumper. Alright, let's get some glowy, crystally things. I just realized I was joking myself about the fact that I had an upload schedule. I don't have an upload schedule. I just play when I can, I record when I can, and I upload when I can. Been trying to get, like, my basic schedule has been, like, try to get an episode out a day, if that. Because most of my uploads don't happen till, like, 1 a.m. when I finish playing. Like, I finish, I cut it. I'm not, like, some mad crazy as an editor. I don't do a lot of that stuff. I have no talent or knowledge of how to do that. That's why I was obsessing over how the video just looked, because I'm like, look, it's not well edited, it's not having a bunch of flashy edits, it is purely what the video is, and so I'm like, well, with that in mind, I want it to look nice. Oh, did I miss something? I did. Oh no, I missed one. Okay, no one saw that. No one saw that. Mjolnir, we gotta go back over there. We can't everyone notice that I missed a rock and left, because I was blathering out about unimportant stuff. It's okay. Let's go back over there. Let's see. This someone has a path this way. Please, 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 please. Okay, remember how I said earlier that I wouldn't fly unless I absolutely had a reason? This is one of the times I'm going to say I absolutely had a reason. We're going to save like a solid minute of going all the way around. We're going to go and just fly around it. Okay, no one saw that. We're in good shape. And we'll get the one crystal I missed. I keep debating whether or not I want to change Mjolnir. Mjolnir has been white for like 8 years or something like that. He's been white for a very long time. I made him Snow White because my favorite color palette is usually like green and white. It goes back to my days playing like Halo 2. Even Halo 1 really, but Halo 2 when you could have 2 colors. So it was like green with like white accents. That was like my favorite thing. But, yeah. With that in mind, you know, I'm just thinking about making him like another color. I asked my friend, I was like, is your Chocobo still blue? He goes, yeah, still blue. I was like, it's been blue again for like 8 years. If you picked a color, you're good with it. Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. Aye, it has a name. But what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Huh? Why, these are just your garden variety crystals. 'Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. Alright, Mr. Elfman, what you got for me? There's something you should know. I've been keeping this to myself lest I worsen Medrod's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time at Medrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in the gaze of the giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, and in case you had a mind to investigate. Alright. Alright. First thing to do is I'm gonna pop another Gashel Greens. I'm gonna have to go. These Gashel Greens, I got these from like my old house plot when I grew them myself. Which was like the most nerdy gardening thing ever, because I was like, look at me, I gardened or whatever, you know? And like I felt very proud of myself because I actually grew my own Gashel Greens instead of just buying them from the market board. And now it's like I've got like 40 of them left. I had so many. I had like a whole inventory, a bunch of them stacks, and then I had some other stuff, and I had them all sorts of different places. And now it's like all that is left of that. It's those 40 pieces of Gashel Greens. But I had oh, purple spot. I love it when the bar goes up as slow as possible. Just like crawling up. And then it was the Banemite, who will not stop me because I am too swole. Anybody else? Anybody? No? Okay. Sorry. I realize I'm a time-traveling bard who is very powerful, but you didn't stand a chance. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Except for when my level is synced, the Heidelin makes me play fair. Outside of that, I'm busted OP. A monstrous Banemite appeared, and you slew it? That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Fallgord. Intentional or no, you have done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of light combined with blind panic? I mean, like, it doesn't matter. You just gotta get over there. That's an eyeball right there. There's been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep knowing how the killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I have been pondering about my encounter. I was uncertain at the time, but there can be no doubt. It was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a Banemite. But you and I were malms apart. How could you have both seen it precisely at the same time? What's more, our adventure friends here had a run-in with the Baronlight at the very spot you claimed to see the fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw the eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. That's a wager. Oh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be... Gods, of course, there must be more than one of the buggers. It's so obvious, but that means, since there have been repeated sightings of the fiends, that there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. I don't trust the elf because he doesn't have goggles. Gulp. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the expert. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. While I burn to know the truth, some things are best left unknown, lest you have forgotten. It was at the rocky area to the west that I had the encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. Alright. Still trust him, no goggles. Everyone knows everyone that's trustworthy wears goggles. Okay. I searched for a maiden's corpse west of Fallgord. Well, Mjolnir, it's you and me, buddy. Let's go find a corpse west of Fallgord. Don't forget your compass and figure out which way west is. This place is deceptive with like the angle with which things happen. I keep thinking I just have to go like over here, over there, and it's like, nope. Gotta go around, bro. I got another purple thing. Oh man, you know, I have like a vague this particular moment, this corpse in this place. Like I'm having like a loose flashback to like remembering doing this. I don't remember what happens, but I remember this. Oh no, floating eye, what happened? Sorry I had to put you down like the dog you are. Alright. Let's go report that we absolutely murdered everything that ever possibly threatened us or anyone else. I can slaughter every monster in this area. I actually remember the last time I came through this area was when, I remember earlier, in one of the early videos, I was showing that there was somebody like underneath the archery guild or whatever. And I was like, I haven't seen that forever. This is the place where I saw that. There were people always under the ground in here. I was so confused. You'd see them and they'd just like be in the ground the whole time. Alright. Greetings, adventurers. There aught I might assist you with. Yeah, I got this dead body. Hope you don't mind. Just give you this dead body. Gods be good. Not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the Central Shroud. While the masked ranger you seek does not seem to feature in any of the sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It is difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of... This button engraved with the lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil, or that of an organization, perhaps? Either way, I dare to hope that they'll find and prove the pivotal in solving the murders. I mean, yeah. Who doesn't want to solve murders, right? I can Sherlock Holmes it any day. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If it might make a suggestion, you may wish to take up the button to Gridania and have it examined by Mayun. Mayhap someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon this issue. I mean, you want me to go back and see the Bay Mayun? I'm absolutely in. Let's go. I mean, naturally. Especially when it's only 1 minute away by Chocobo border. Yeah, all the rest of the time I spent in North Shroud was almost always exclusively just to do the relic weapon. Which I now have in my possession right there. Look at that beautiful bow. Although I still like the Atma one better, the one that folds out. The folding one's just so dang cool. I feel like I've said that like 5 times in different instances, but it just is. I like this bow a lot. It is very cool, but, you know, I've almost finished the relic for the Dark Knight, because I don't really play Dark Knight, but there was like a stint where I was like, I'm going to play Dark Knight, and I was playing Dark Knight, and that was when I was doing the second relic, which I can't think of all, the animal weapons. So I had the animal weapon, I did that, and then the third one, I've never gotten far enough in Eureka to do that. And then the fourth one I did do. I actually did 2 of the fourth one in Bozja. Is it Bozja the fourth one? Yeah. So the Bozja Southern Front, I did 4 of the, I did 4. I did 2 of those. I did the one for Ninja, I did the one for Red Mage. The Ninja one just looks cool. It looks like kunai with like a green energy type thing on it, like little like holograms or something. And then the Red Mage, I'm very particular about the way the weapons look for the Red Mage, so I was like, yeah, I can do the Red Mage, why not? Which you won't see it for a while, because I'm not playing Red Mage until, what, Shadowbringers? And then you'll see Ninja when I get there. Not that anybody doesn't know what the relics look like, I'm sure. But, let's go back to... let's go to the airship landing. But yeah. I did a little bit of the Bard animal weapon, but I just didn't care. I was like, but I like the weapon I have, so why would I do the animal weapon? It's like, well, yeah, you do it because then you just finish it. But my understanding is animal weapon's actually one of the easiest ones to do, but... Good morrow to you, Tiberius. By your grim expression, I expect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where'd you say you found this? On a dead body? Lovely. I love the accent, the way she said lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You'll have to find the answer in the old-fashioned way by asking around. You could do worse than to begin with Bernadette over the Aetheryte Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Oh good, I can be surrounded by all the... I would say NPCs, I would say people, but it's really just NPCs. They just stand there and, like, want people to look at them, so... it's just a ton of people. Look at them jump around like jackrabbits. Think, well, this guy's just crafting in the middle of the road. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on, show me what you have. Seems to be one manner of a decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by the families of old. Though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that while the little white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture, alas, I know not who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it could be... Oh man, that's a name. Saingould over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens of a four-name basis. Oh no. What is it, Cheese? My cat has returned. Those who remember episode like 3 or 4 when my cat Cheese showed up, my cat Cheese has returned. It's like she's like Palpatine, somehow Cheese returned. You're gonna jump up on me, aren't you? You sure are. You're accosting me. I'm being accosted. The problem is, like, I have the controller in my hand, and she's gonna try and shove it out of my hands. Yes. Okay, not into the microphone, please. I love you too, I do. I love you, Cheese. I love you. Okay. I'm gonna stop and take a brief break while I appease my cat so that she doesn't completely destroy me in some fashion. Alright, we are back post-Cheese hiatus. We are going to find Saingould. Singulid. Over at the Lancers Guild. So let's figure out what's going on. Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that is rather a bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear, but whatever ought comes is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's Ward, northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench of the ward's entrance. His name is Ursandal, and I distinctly recall him seeing a markedly similar button upon his breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Alright. I can't sprint. You know what? Well, we can use Peloton to make ourselves like slightly faster. I have not noticed that person. Who is that? Alright, wait, I gotta know. What's up with this? You, could you possibly be? No. No, forget I've said anything. My mistake. Interesting. I'll look up that NPC later and see what that's all about. Every once in a while I'll see any NPC and I go, wait, how long has that NPC been there? Have I just been glazing past that NPC for years? Truly, I'll never know. Like this entrance. I come through this entrance so... I don't know. Do I even come... This is an entrance? What is this? Surviving this as home to the distinguished Gridanians, commoners may not enter, that includes you. Back when you came, I'll be forced to remind you of your place. Dude, do you have... No, just respect. Do you have any idea who I am? Alright, or New Game Plus. You don't really know who I am. But I'm telling you, if I came back here 12 years in the future and you said, I don't know who you are, boy, I would throw you in a bush. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray leave me to my thoughts. The sigil of Dartancor's family. Okay. Dartancor's. How is that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman? Her face, was it marred in any way? I had feared so much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth. I'll just tell you. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You must promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. Alright. This has got, yeah, Hawkeye Manor. Let's go. Hawkeye Manor is one of those dungeons I feel like I've done 1,000 times. I was once a manservant to the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the Dartancours. During that time, I had an honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine? Mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. As the calamity wrought a great change for her, though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. Yes, queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, and these masked men but my lady believed that they would help her regain that which she had lost, so she began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but it grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant as I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hawkeye Manor, my home, for nigh half a century. This dude lived in Hawkeye Manor, wow. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavor to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved to never speak of my experience until you had appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hawkeye Manor on the west edge of the central shroud. Go now. Go and do what must be done. I feel like he should have some facial hair. The fact that he doesn't is a little off-putting, but, you know, it's whatever. Yeah, I totally forgot that anything had to do with any of this. I didn't remember anything about, like, royals or, like, you know... I don't want to say, not even royals, but, like, you know... distinguished people. Upper crust, perhaps, you'd say. Right? At some point, I should probably talk to that guy again and actually see if he's got... One day I went and talked to him, and he had a bunch of stuff for me, and I was like, oh... I don't know if that's like just like a achievement thing or what, but alas, he did. So we gotta get to Hawkeye Manor. Where is Hawkeye Manor? Hawkeye Manor is in the Central Shroud, or off the side of Central Shroud. If I could stop missing the map and look over. So we gotta go to Bet Branch Meadows. So we go take a Choco Porter to Bet Branch Meadows. Alright, let's see. Aetheryte Plaza. Alright. Almost got a parasol. It's good. It's raining outside. I actually have a parasol. I just never use it because I don't use it. I think it was Bent Branch Meadows. And if not, I'm going to find out the hard way, I guess. By golly, it looks like it was Bent Branch Meadows. Yep, sure is over there. Although, I don't know, I could cut off from here and then head that way, I guess. And get like halfway there or something. And then like once I'm parallel with the annexed area, before the turn, I'll jump. Okay. Alright, let's see what roulette we get. It's my T-Rex. So, fun fact, I really, really wanted one of these. And the only way I saw that you could get one was from Eureka. And I can't remember if I got this one from Eureka or if I got it from, like, the random Moogle Tombstone thing. It's one of the two. But I really, really wanted this, and I was so jazzed to get it. Like, mounts are one of those things. There's actually a mount I'm working toward that I've been passively... I was on a big grind for it at one time, and that's a PvP mount. It's the little, like, 2-foot inside of it airship thing that you get for winning, like, 200 games of, like, 5v5 PvP. And I'm at, like, 110 or something like that. And it's just... It still feels like it's so far away. But I will absolutely be flexing riding that mount everywhere when I get it. Because, like, money is one thing. I can work for mounts, but working for mounts... Oh, I'm going the wrong way, I know it. Yep, I'm going the wrong way. But, you know... actually working in game for mounts is peak. The other one I want to get is, well, there's a couple other ones I want to get. I don't want to give it all away. One of my friends listened to this. How am I gonna look cool in front of him if he knows all the stuff I want to get? But anyway, so it's looking good. We're getting ready to go into another dungeon, which is pretty hype. I'm gonna be honest. Kind of excited to get into another dungeon. I'm gonna be honest. I don't hate Hawkeye Manor, but like. I don't know. Hawkeye Manor is just a dungeon I've done so many times. It's another one of the ones they streamlined, if I'm not mistaken. You used to have to, like, go in and, like, at the boss, you'd have to, like, put all these lanterns in the four corners. I don't remember why. You just did. And so, like, you do that. When we were at 30 seconds. But now it's just, like, now you just go in and just, like, beat her up and then just, like, try and do it really fast. Which, like, it's fine, but... I don't know, it lacks a certain flair. I do think it's funny, though, that average wait time is always 5 minutes, and that always... I love it when you get, like, a 5-minute wait time, and that 5-minute wait time then becomes, like, you know, like, you know, like 200 minutes or something like that. But, yeah, so, alright, we'll come back when we pop. Alright, only popped. Only took about 6 minutes, so not too bad. So, let's get it going. Alright, let's Hawkeye Manor it up. Okay, we got Meech Krung, Snake Googly Bear, and Lalafell something Baggins. Okay. So one thing I remember is if I can help, when the big succubus thing does her thing, I can actually silence her so she can't do that. Now granted, I can only do that every 30 seconds or so, but it's pretty cool. And pretty handy. And once I realized I could do that, it was a game changer. Oh no, tank Googly Bear Man. Googly Bear Man, help me. Help me. I depend on you, Googly Bear Man. You must take the aggro. Googly Bear Man. I am not dying for this. I'm interrupting all day until you find. I'll kill her. He finally took it, but it was a little late, Googly Bear Man. Just saying. Pepperidge Farm would be disappointed. I don't know. Oh, we gotta go back in the room. Yeah, once we want to sneak by, and then you find out you gotta get the key. Get the key! Gotta get it. I have obtained the key. I'm the key master. I'm not making that reference. This house isn't just large. Like, this place is massive. It's like Faint Place is like bigger than Xbox. It's crazy. I keep forgetting I have a song. I can play this song anytime I want, but I keep forgetting. Oh, sorry, I didn't start it this time. You're out of luck on that one. I wasn't targeting the maid, and thus when she did her cool thing, I could not stop her. You guys probably thinking, oh, someone will stun. Big lag there for me. I'm sorry, Lala Heelbaggins. It's okay. Do I have? I wonder. I haven't looked. Do I have the... No, I don't have the healing song. I saw the guy was poisoned and I was like, I could take that poison off him. I get like a mini Izuna, but I cannot do it. Oh wait, tiny key? Take the tiny key. Do a backflip. Just go on. Alright, oh, we're going in. Every time I see the eye symbol, even if I don't need to turn away, my brain goes, you gotta turn away. I really like that skill. I know later you get Shadow Bite, and like Shadow Bite's cool, but I think the little flippy do where all the arrows come out, it's probably cooler. Just saying. It was cooler even before because it was like really big and flashy. I mean, we can definitely take her. The Mannered Cleavager or whatever. Which I'm sure is absolutely her name. Alright. Let's take out the Mannered Cleavager. Yeah, like early dungeons, you can interrupt some stuff. Later on, interrupt is like absolutely worthless. I almost wonder like what's actually the point of having it as an ability when you can't use it 90% of the time. But, you know, if you get that chance, if you just had that one chance to do the thing. Supposed to take the shortcut? I don't know. I mean, I see a shortcut, but I don't know why it's here. Yeah, it's definitely not it there, Chief. I don't know. Oh my gosh. You know it's terrible. I don't know what the symbols mean. But, yeah. So if we came through here, we're supposed to go. There was actually a point it used to be it was faster to just use return. But not anymore. You thought we were done? You thought we were just going up the stairs? Come on. I say that as I was not also standing there and not telling them what to do. Yeah, I'm not walking. Walking's for casuals. Did I have to do that? Absolutely not. Tough guys don't look at explosions, alright? We don't negotiate with skeletons and bugs. They want us to eat the bugs, we're not eating the bugs, alright? And if we're eating them for breakfast, it's not in the way they intended. That's the rules. I don't make the rules, it's just the way it is. Absolutely smoked. No, we don't need to go back to that door. Just go this way. Come on. Come on, nerds. We can do it. Oh no. I'm pulling the aggro. Another one of my cats has showed up, and she's looking at me. I don't want to say menacingly, but she's definitely looking to get in trouble. Scoop. Don't do it. Scoopy. Psst. Don't do it. Stay out of there. That's what I thought. We don't negotiate with cats in this house either. Apparently what I'm doing is too compelling for the animals in my house. I'm just saying, like, how can you look at Shadow Bite and you're like, oh, it's mystical and it goes up in the air and it hits things, right? As compared to, like, doing a flip, man. I'm doing a flip and firing arrows. It's cool as hell. Like, it's not even, like, they should have made Shadow Bite like an earlier one or something. I don't know. I know Shadow Bite looks like it's got more oomph to it, but Wide Volley is just too cool. What's that thing? What is it they say? It's got like vibe, it's got maximum vibe, or aura. I think that's it, aura. It's got maximum aura. Probably using that terminology completely wrong, but I don't really care. Language is what you make it, kids. I care not about the treasure, children. Pick it up if you'd like. And I must vote on it because I've been ignoring it this whole time. It's another hat. It's like exactly the same as the first one. I was unable to obtain a mana beret. Beret. I'm really broken up about it. I really needed that mana beret. You know me, I'm big on having multiple different hats. Okay, now I know one of these needs to go first. I can't ever remember which one it is. Alright, I'm guessing we're going after the caster first. That's cool. Alright, let's hit him with the dots. That monk is feeling it. He should have gotten out of there when he had the chance. But he didn't. And now he's paying the price. Okay, a giant skeleton with a sword. Will not stand a Tormite. Nope, didn't work. Tried. It was not enough. My power is not maximum enough to stun the Manor Steward. You know, I'm gonna show my age. This is the fight where when you get done, you use return. I know now it has a portal that pops up because people are scared. We're just gonna do it. I'll do it and confuse everybody. I just really wanted to do that. I bet a lot of people don't even know you can do that, because it's like the only dungeon that was ever relevant in, and then they added a shortcut to actually get you there. Which is fine. That's good game design or whatever, but it's just like part of it I like, but that was like an actual thing. It was like, oh, why would you do that? Well, you would do that for this thing specifically. They could really do stuff like that more often, though. Make the dungeons more dynamic so that, like, you go one place and then go another place. Like, you go up here, and I think... Am I crazy? You might just go in. Like, there's a whole second floor that you used to have to do stuff on, and I don't think you do any of that anymore. I think you just fight this dude, and then he runs in the room, and then it's the boss battle. All these other stuff that's on the second floor is completely worthless. Has nothing to do with anything. You don't do anything. Yeah, see? Door opens, and it's over. You just go in and fight the boss. Dude, I swear, like, it's been a long, long time, but there used to actually be stuff you did on the second floor. It wasn't just an empty, you know, it wasn't just an empty, you know, oh, hey, you know, I guess there's like, guys out there who are like, you know, I could fix her or whatever. Oh, we're gonna do it? Okay. But, yeah, no, it's just like, there used to actually be, like, mechanics to this fight, really. Besides just, like, juke and juke harder. And now it's just like, oh yeah, no, you don't even, the second floor doesn't even matter. I think you can probably use it still in hard mode, but come on. Oh, no, look away. Not falling for that. You can't get away, dude. There's no point. Just don't bother. You can't get away from this. Yeah, it used to be like you had to go off in the corner and get the torches and like stop them. I don't remember exactly why or what they did, but I know it was bad. Like it made it so that, and I think it was like you just started taking damage. If you didn't put out the torches in the corners, everyone just started taking damage. So you had to like sit there and deal with it. And it was like, oh, okay, we gotta do it. And they just got rid of that. It's like, oh no, like an ad spawns, and then that's like it. That's like the entire thing. It's like, oh, I hit it with some AoEs, and then I spawned some more dudes. I don't know. It just used to be more interesting, I guess. That's what I'm getting at. Oh no. I can't look away. Look away. Look away. You fools! Look away! They didn't look away. I'm the tank now. I'm probably gonna be anyway. Oh no. He got out of it. Okay. Healer over here. Lalafell Baggins doing all the work. I'm gonna hit it with this thing. Yeah, it doesn't even do anything. I'm gonna do it anyway. I hit it with one of these, and that's not gonna do anything either. Oh, well, I don't really care about that this time. Why are you pulling me? I'm not worried about being pulled. I'm just trying to kill it. I respect you trying to help me, sir, but I'm not require your assistance in this particular endeavor. Alright. The swag has commenced. Well done, gents and maybe ladies. I don't know who was there. I wasn't paying attention. There was a small person and a couple other people. All right, player comm. Man. I'm going to give it to this really peculiar looking monk. Oh, and he left too fast. If you let me have it, Snake Ghoulie Bear, you get it. You get it. All right. I don't want that. This is how my inventory gets full of stuff. I hang around too long. I'm starting to realize that the reason people dip out, it's not because they don't want the commendations. It's because they don't want to accidentally get all the stuff. All right. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. Uh-oh. They got dubs. Check my dubs. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. Afthian of the 12th Staff. Okay. Like staff person? I don't know. Oh, sword and staff. Okay. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire the Crystal of Light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is that strength that is the light to is drawn. Heidelin chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue your present course. See, like this whole thing with the Ascians inside of Hockey Manor, I have no recollection of this at all. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take measure of your strength for Master Lahabrea. That task is now accomplished. We take our leave of you. They know how to fold space, dude. They're hanging out with the Spacing Guild from Dune. That's what's happening right now. Fare you well, bringer of light. And then I'm like, dude, I have killed so many Ascians. Ascians are all scared. But that's one more dungeon down. Let's go. We gotta go back and talk to Ursendil. Alright, Ursendil is, actually, if I'm not mistaken, Ursendil is in the thing, so we can just take the Aetheryte ticket. I love how, because it's a place I never usually go, I have no idea how I'm supposed to get there. This doesn't show the marker when you're on the other side, so you gotta go to this side, and then you can see it. Now I have jog plus peloton. My speed is maximum. Sprinting would do nothing. I no longer need sprint. I've evolved past it. I've gone to a level beyond. Just wanted to channel some Goku there. It's like the Super Saiyan 3 of moving. You returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What was become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that at first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are some of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed, I know not how many innocent young women to die unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore though misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both. I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. What are they gonna hold you a crime for? You didn't, stab anybody. You didn't say, hey, stab that thing. I don't know. Maybe it's an honor crime, like the Japanese are always worried about. Oh, I gotta go to Minfilia. Alright, let's see. How do I want to get there? Could quickly teleport to Limsa, but you know what? We'll do it. We'll take the boat. I gotta save a little bit of money here and there. So we'll go to the airship landing, and then we'll take the boat to Limsa. Or the airship to Limsa, and then we'll take the boat to the other thing. To Vesper Bay. Although, because I actually did some trials and roulettes the other day, I actually made a little money back. Because I've been doing all new game plus, you don't get any money, so I was just like, my money was just slowly chipping down. Sometimes when the cutscene cuts for it to go to the next area, I think something bad is going to happen. Like, you ever play the game, it's like, oh, suddenly there's a cutscene. You're like, what? There's a cutscene. And you forget where you are for a moment. And you're like, oh, this is very dangerous. Oh, no. What could possibly happen? Is it... I arrived in Limsa. It is. Alright, Bulwark Hall. Yes. I wonder how busy and popping off Limsa is tonight. It's 12:30 on a Tuesday night. Do you know where your children are? Alright. Yeah, there's no shortage of names. Thing is, people I know will, like, either make their names, like, invisible, or they'll make them so they're abbreviated, but the thing is, then I miss out on, like, the cool, random names that I run into. Like, you guys think I forgot about Xbox Game Pass? I didn't forget about Xbox Game Pass. That guy had a really fancy name. So it's like, alright. But... Alright, let the cutscene start. I gotta let it finish. But no, it's just like, if you have all the names all abbreviated, then you don't see any of the cool names that people have. That'd be like skipping this cutscene and not seeing that guy in his funny hat. He has like a little dunce cap on. And they think that's like a totally normal, like, sailing hat. I wonder if, besides like a jester of some sort, was there ever a time someone wore like a dunce cap like that, and it was a serious hat? Oh... And my free company is not recruiting, and we are... The reason I don't recruit for my free company is because if I take a long stint away, it'll promote somebody else, and then they would take over the free company, and thus they would take over permissions for my house. And I'm not doing that because my friend and I have traded being the master of this free company like 5 times. Because, like, I'll be like, oh, I was away for a while and I forgot to log in. And it's like, well, he logged in 2 days more recently than you, so he's the master of the free company now. And the same thing happened the other way around. I was like, alright, well, you're master of the free company now. And then I turn around and it's like, oh, it just back and forth, stop and swap repeatedly. That's why we don't. That's why Team Gurren does not recruit. We do not play frequently enough with enough people that we can trust to just allow, like, a house we spent millions of gil on to just go to some random dude. It's like, yeah, thanks for joining our free company. 6 months later, it's like, well, we lost everything. Congratulations. Welcome back, Tiberius. Full glad I am to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn in the Tellswood? I feel like I'm always telling her that. It's like, yeah, you were somewhere. How did it go? It's like, yeah. 2 of Lahabreas? For a second there, I misread it. I thought it said, there were 2 Lahabreas? And it's like, no, there were just like two peeps, whatever. 2 of Lahabrea's minions? And they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then, the Askians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that the signs are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the 3 nations of the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. Like we're not already doing that against primals and everything else. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Askians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen and requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. I mean, like, I'm fine right now. Let's do it. I ain't got a lot. We'll probably stop here like before too much longer, but we can get some briefings done. I think we'll get some briefings. Come on, guys, let's get some Pelican briefings going. Is this actually my voice cutscene?
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Hey!
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
Really?
What sort of peril?
Yashtola's got,
The
like,
worst
Karen
kind.
energy.
A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan.
Okay, time out. Did you or did you not just say that it's worse than any beast tribe, and then proceed to tell me that a beast tribe reawakened Titan? Like, don't get me wrong, I understand the beast tribes actually fight people, but hear me out. The biggest threat that beast tribes generally pose is that they summon primals. So when you say, oh man, we don't really, like, beast tribes aren't even really a big deal, and then, unless I misread it, maybe I misread it, I get it. What I get is, hey, we don't have to worry about beast tribes, except for this beast tribe which summoned Titan.
Our task will be to slay the primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor.
So I was earlier saying it was Garuda. I must have had them out of order. It must have been Ifrit, Titan, then Garuda. I thought it was Ifrit, Garuda, and then Titan. Maybe it's just because I thought that Titan was the hardest one. And so my brain's just like, Titan, yeah, he's obviously the last one, because you would go obviously have the harder one last. But, yeah.
They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Because they smell, that's why we reek.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Mervib hired able to fend them off.
This must be the thing from 1.0. Because, like, it just sounds like a 1.0. There's a lot of crazy things that happen in 1.0. I know there's a thing where they were getting sieged in Ul'dah or something, and a bunch of people were outside. And so, if you go out, there's, like, remnants of a bunch of the Gabus or whatever out there. I have never actually paid any attention. I might go back and look that up. Because I know that, like, there are, like, little remnants that the devs put in from 1.0. Even, like, community-focused ones. So...
Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since.
She's, like, got more of, like I said, like kind of a Karen vibe, rather than, like, the kind of sassy, you know, oh, I know a lot, and I'm actually, like, kind of flirty, like, you know, I don't know, assertive kind of thing.
Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
I vaguely remember the Company of Heroes. It was like something I was supposed to know about, but I
the worst.
don't remember the most about it, but it is what it is, I guess.
The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The Echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you.
I shoot arrows. They have steel on them. We should be fine.
No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
Excuse me? Nah. Exactly.
So you will accept? Thank you.
So one thing, fun note. So one thing that's taken to my wife watching this with me, and like we go over the videos, we watch them the next day after I upload them, so she can get an idea of like things. She's taken to just doing the little nods that my character does all the time. So she'll do these like very plain nods for no reason, or like the side nod, like the questioning nod. She just does that now. So now when I see it, I just see her in my head just doing the nod.
We can't very well send him to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola. Can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I do think it's interesting that like they have different scions that are good for different areas, and I understand like in the beginning of the game, what scion you interact with is dependent upon which area you start in. But the thing I think is interesting is the other scions act as though they know nothing about those areas. Like, not that they like specialize in one, but with how much we get around later, that's almost like a second. No one ever talks about that again. Like, no one acts like, oh yeah, Thancred doesn't really know anything about anything outside of Thanalan and Ul'dah. But like here, it's like, oh no, I don't know anything about it. Like, you gotta send Y'shtola because she's the only one that knows that area. It's like, I'm not asking for expertise. It's just like later we would all go, right? Like if this was a thing later on in the game, we would all go. They might dispatch like one or two people somewhere, but otherwise we all go to a place. But now they act like, no, that's Y'shtola's jurisdiction. Like it's a different precinct or something.
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
I mean, we're members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, right? Then you're asking us to do a thing, I would hope so.
And all not afield will aid the fight from afar.
That means you,
Thancred,
Tataru.
Ida, go to the Grand Companies. Tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Eorzea, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alphino if you would.
He has so few
Papalino,
lines.
compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be.
Like, I joke that he's secretly, man, I forgot his name again. Hang on. Shoot. I had it, and now I forget. Oh, man. If you knew me in real life, you'd know I forget names all the time. It's really bad. My wife goes, oh yeah, so-and-so, and I go, I don't know who that is. But then I see him, I'm like, oh yeah, that guy, that's the guy. And then I had it, and now I've forgotten it again already. But anyway, guy from The Matrix, etc., etc. Part of me with that joke that I made was that Hugo Weaving. Gosh, why did I just think of that immediately? Part of my joke that he's actually just Hugo Weaving, or a bad impersonation of Hugo Weaving, or Hugo Weaving pretending not to be Hugo Weaving. And part of me wants to joke that him pretending not to be Hugo Weaving, and that's why he has so many lines, or it is actually Hugo Weaving pretending not to be Hugo Weaving. And the reason for that is the reason why he has so little dialogue, because they can only get him in for like 10 lines.
You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward.
I've got to look up who Papalimo's voice actor is. I wonder if anybody goes out there and loves on these people for their ARR voice acting. Someone out there has to love their performances. Somebody does.
Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
It is charming in a way, right? Like it's almost like so bad it's good, right? Like you go back and watch something you loved as a kid and you're like, oh man, that was a mediocre performance, but it was like charming in its own way. And you're like, oh man, I love that horrible, charming performance. It's like you go to a convention and that guy's there and you're like, sign my whatever. It's like, here's a random factoid. So, anybody who's ever watched the movie Better Off Dead with John Cusack, there's the guy in that, was his name Stan or whatever, and he's this guy that's challenging him to skiing and like stealing his girlfriend and everything else. And he plays like the perfect 80s bully, right? So I was looking that guy up the other day because I was curious about it. Oh, I should probably just look at where we're going. Where are we going? We're going there. This Limsa? Sure, we'll just go there. I looked him up. He was only like 3 movies and then just like never acted again. And that was like the movie he was in, was Better Off Dead, playing, Stan or whatever. And I just thought it was funny, right? It's like you've got the one thing. And so I was thinking about it. I was like, I wonder what else the voice actors in this were voice acting in. They probably did like a bunch of cartoons or something. But I just think it is slightly comical. Actually, I think I need to go... Where am I going? Am I going... Oh. Let's go this way and see if this is where we gotta go. As I got that menu on my screen. Alright. I gotta go this way. Welcome to... Tiberius Gets Lost. And Limsa. I would still much rather... I hold to it though. I would still much rather do this than try and find my way through... whatchamacallit. We'll cut this way. Then try and do it with, what have you. Ul'dah. Oh no, I'm in for more pirate talk, aren't I? Hail, adventurer. Welcome to the Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know more about enlisting, speak with the personnel officer. Unless you're a guest we were told to expect. Aha. Forgive me, sir. To business, then. As we were told the antecedent, the kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon again we begin to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogomoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals, fodder for their fell primal. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Word is spread of their accomplishments, Tiberius. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for heeding our call. Forgive me for your lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Tiberius personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the kobolds plagued our people, nor is it the first time we've had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was the company of heroes we turned. But they were long disbanded. We must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is that we now turn to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you are right, yet the situation is far from simple. Kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Thaloscracy make a pact with the beastmen that would help keep to their own lands that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Laminsons who violated that agreement? Dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would have you choose your words with greater care, Lady Eorzea. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it. Yet what makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath, or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa citizenry are, of course, paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of ether further inland. The effects will be felt here and in the city ere long. I ask much of you. I know their need is great. Can I count on your help, Tiberius? Yes, if you just let me walk in and kill them right away. You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. That the kobolds would summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members are still alive. It is said that one of them is employed by the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lanassia. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, maybe happy you could ask him for me. I meanwhile shall seek his fellows. Like, I vaguely remember this, the whole, like, seeking out the company of heroes. In fact, I think we get in a fight later and, like, one of them shows up or something like that. You know? Alright, speak to Takatum. Where's this? Where is this? Oh, gosh. I hate overclicking. Okay. So, Lower Lanassia. Morby Dry Docks. I mean, you know, if the thing will take me there, I guess I'll go. I think it's funny, sometimes I look for the stairs here, and even though it's on the map, I still miss them all the time. I usually just take the lift, because I can't remember where they are. Alright, let's see if we can go take a Choco Porter out to Morby Dry Docks, and then I think we'll cut for this episode. Can I take it to Morby Dry Docks? I can. 2 minutes, 5 gil. Let's go. And that's why we do Chocobo Porters. I know someone would say, but wouldn't it be even cheaper to just ride your own mount? Yes. But you know what I'm doing right now? Not using my hands. And that's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful thing. It's like a self-driving car. Why would I drive all the time if I don't have to? There's sometimes I want to take the wheel and I want to, like, cruise like an absolute champ. And dude, I'm telling you, it used to just, like, cut the corner down there, and now it, like, goes all the way through the bushes and everything. It's just so bizarre. But no, like why would I do that? I could just have this drive me out there. Wait a minute, it's taking me the wrong way. It is, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. Okay. We'll take the motorcycle because it's slightly faster. I'm like not looking. I'm talking too much and then not paying attention to where I'm actually going. I was going the right way initially and then completely fumbled it. I remember spending afternoons out here with my friend of mine, that Maxwell Valerian guy, and we just fished for hours. Every once in a while I just get this inkling where I'm like, I don't want to fight things, I just want to fish. Let's go fish. What we got? A level 6 Arcanist on a flying bird? Seems sus. I'm just gonna be honest. Must just be leveling Arcanist, I guess. I also remember like out here and like fighting some dude. I remember like what was it? There was a what is it? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, it's a fate like outside one of these like lighthouses or whatever, the windmills. He just like comes out and he's like, yeah, we'll fight. It's like a level 5 fate or something. I've participated in it a few times. Heck, if it pops up while we're out here, I might do it again just for funsies. We'll see. Yep, this place. This is the one. All right, there's Tractome. All right, so we'll resume this and continue our campaign to deal with Titan next time. You know, as always, thanks for watching, and see you next.